Hello, hello. Welcome to the final day of this Going Back to School series. So, I've had so much fun putting this together, and I hope you have really grabbed some valuable tips and tricks from it to help your kids thrive naturally with essential oils as they head back into the school year. I know many are starting next week. My daughter's already been in for 2 weeks, like I've mentioned, but we are using all these tools that I have chatted about this week. And I'm excited for you to start implementing them as well. Or if you're, already doing this, then that's awesome. So today we are going to be talking about emotional support. So we're going to wrap up with that because it's an important aspect of your children, and especially if they are going into a new stage of school. So for instance, with my daughter, last year she was only in half days and now she's up to full days. And that transition can be hard on them emotionally and, just being away from home for that long. So we want to equip them with the tools to really help them thrive and flourish and be able to handle their emotions with ease. So this is one of the areas of essential oils that I never really thought I would get as into as I have. And now that's probably the main reason I use essential oils. Obviously, I use them to keep me empowered as a mom when the other stuff pops up, like the skin and hair issues that we talked about yesterday, or to support the immune system. But for the day-to-day, oils hold a really special place in my heart for emotional, supporting and just being there to help in that way. So I'm going to talk about some different oils today, and hopefully you'll see why they can be really valuable to your natural toolkit. So most essential oils, when you do get started, they come with the top 10 oils. So I'm only going to be mentioning 1 to 2 of that, or actually I think just one today. So just note that this is how you can really experience the benefits of your membership when you get started and have access to getting 25% off all these other beautiful oils that we'll chat about. So there's a lot that goes into emotional support for kids, right? And what they go through and, the different things that they sense themselves. But I'm just going to do a general overview for it and the top oils that really work for all areas. So I'm going to start with one oil that is really near and dear to my heart. And it's actually from doTERRA's emotional aromatherapy line. So this is a line that they formulated for specifically mood and emotions, and you can kind of even use that line in general. So if you want to go and Google the doTERRA's emotional aromatherapy line, it has 6 beautiful oils that those alone you could use with your kids. I've heard other people talk about having all 6 oils ready for their kids out when they get done school, and then they can smell them and see what one they're really drawn to, because remember, we're chemistry and essential oils are chemistry. So when we really like a smell of an oil or an oil blend, there's a reason. It's our body needs it. Our body's really longing for those oils to support us on that emotional level. So those blends are really, really helpful for that. And in all honesty, I haven't done that with my daughter, but it is a great idea to do. But I wanted to pull one of the oils from that line just because I love it so much, and so does my daughter. And I've been putting it on her a lot before school these days. So it is called Peace. So it is the Reassuring blend, and it's very earthy again. If you've caught that theme, I've talked about how I really like those rooting, earthy, grounding oils. So it has a lot of root oils in it. And what I mean by that are ones that come from a plant that grows in the ground, and then it is derived from the roots, or something that grows low to the ground. So this is a beautiful combination of oils, and it smells very earthy when you put it on you. So what I like to do with my daughter is I like to get her to put it on her wrists before going to school. And again, since it is Peace, it can really bring you peace and help you feel just at ease and reassured and to go about your day that way. So it is a beautiful oil to start the day with. I typically, when I was really at my height of using Peace, I would actually dab it on my wrist before bed and then go into sleep like that. But it can totally support your kids, and especially after a hard day. So if they say had a rough day, and I hope they don't, because that's not the point of school. We want them all to go there and have fun and learn and be with their friends. But say they do come home and maybe they're struggling because they're tired, or it just wasn't a good day at school. This is one that I would reach for, whether you're going to and this is the pre-diluted version. You can totally just get the little bottle of the 5 milliliter bottle of oil that is just the pure oil and not diluted. You could put a drop in your hands and get them to breathe it in, put it on the back of the neck or the spine, or like I like to do is put it on the wrist. So I definitely have been having my daughter put this on in the mornings because, again, we transition from half days at school to full days. So I want to make sure she is at peace and feeling really rooted and connected to this new shift into the full school day. So that would be my first oil. And again, it comes from the Emotional Aromatherapy line, which is beautiful. The next one I will talk about is a combo. So if you have kids who are very anxious, or maybe they are really emotional and they're getting really worked up, these two oils to have together are really, really beneficial. So lavender for one. So again, remember, lavender is very calming. It's great for relaxation and just really helping soothe any anxious feelings. And then pairing it with a citrus. So something like wild orange. I would specifically pair it with wild orange because lavender and wild orange together really complement each other, and they just work really well together, especially for, you know, the emotional aspect. Or what I also have here is Citrus Bliss. So this has been another favorite of mine. It's very beautiful. I like to wear this as a natural perfume, but it has a combo of citrus oils and vanilla in it, so it smells really, really good. So this would be a good option too. And you could literally just put a drop of each oils in your hands whenever your child's getting worked up, and then just to get them to take a deep inhale from your hands, okay? So this way it's, especially if putting oils on your child is something that you're maybe like, oh, I'm not there yet, but this is a great way because they're still gonna get the benefits, because when you breathe in an oil, it's gonna hit your olfactory receptors and then travel to the limbic system of your brain, which is responsible for moods and emotions. And it actually, since you are breathing the oils in, you are getting it dispersed throughout your body. So it's not like it's just a pretty smell. It is hitting your body and really helping, you know, relax and calm it. I know they have used lavender in hospitals to really help with anxious patients. They've used it in dental offices. So there is so much value to lavender for not even the sleep aspect of it, which we assume for lavender, but from the calming anxious feelings, because, you know, especially when you get into the doctor's and the dentist's office, a lot of people have fears there and they don't want to be there, right? So there is good proof that lavender is really relaxing and calming to anxious feelings in those settings, and it really works really, really well with your children too. So if you use lavender and this together, or if you just simply grab a citrus oil and let them breathe that in. When I am going to pick up my daughter, what I'll do sometimes with citrus oils is I'll take a drop of it and I'll actually smear it on the vents in my car, so it's actually getting throughout the car. And I haven't actually done that in a while, so I'm gonna do that today when I pick her up. And then the car drop-off line, they'll get a nice, whoever's putting my daughter in the car, they'll get a nice whiff of whatever I have going. So I might bring some Citrus Bliss today and I'll put that on the vent. So that's another way for them to get in and get the benefits right away, right after school. Or again, like I said, bring some oils. Say, how was your day? What are you feeling? You know, smell these oils. Which one speaks to you the most? And then get them to like do a little dab behind their ears or whatever. So next up, I'm going to talk about, I'll do this oil. So this is a newer oil. This was just launched a year ago and it's called Neroli. It is beautiful too. So this is, again, pre-diluted, so it is perfect for little kids. This is one that I have been switching between with Peace. So Peace is the first blend I talked about. Neroli is just a single oil. It comes from the bitter orange tree, so it's the beautiful white flowers on the bitter orange tree. But it is really great for helping with stress and anxious feelings. So I love getting my daughter to roll this on her wrist too. And in all honesty, this is my go-to. I love Neroli a lot. I can be a more anxious person, so I like to roll it on my wrist. I'll do it right now and just feel really grounded that way. So it also has some pregnancy benefits too, which I kind of caught my eye on earlier since I am rocking the bump, but it is great for anxious feelings. But I have been putting this on my daughter's wrist before school, again, just to proactively help with her emotions, and you can totally use it after school as well. And especially if you have a little girl like I do, it's not too florally, but it is just a nice little scent to add to them. So, but if you have boys, you could totally just do this on the bottoms of the feet, or, you know, a place where they're not gonna smell it, unless they like floral scents, which is totally a good thing too, and I would rock it if they do, but it does have more of a floral scent because it does come from the neroli flower. So this is great for emotional well-being and stress and anxiousness, and I just love it. And then finally, the last oil I'm going to talk to you about, because again, there could be so many others. Like I generalize to citrus oils. Go check out all the citrus oils and the citrus oil blends. There's one called Elevation that is really uplifting too. But I'm just narrowing it down to the category so you know that that category is really effective for emotional well-being, is helpful too. So just know that these are kind of just a few that I'm talking about, but there are many more to benefit. And really, if you have one target in, or if you need to target in on one specific area, just let me know. I would love to help you out and find out what that oil need is for you or your kiddo. But the last oil, I'm going to save the best for last, is Balance. So Balance is the grounding blend. It is very earthy and rooty, if you haven't caught the theme of why I love some of these oils. But it's such a beautiful blend, and it's really great to start the day with this, or again, have your kiddos breathe it in. So put a drop in the hands, rub together, and then put in front of their nose and get them to take a deep inhale. It's really effective that way. I actually did this before on a flight one time when I don't even remember where we were going. It was early morning, so I know my daughter was tired anyways. I put some Balance in my hands. I let her take a deep inhale, and she slept the whole flight, so it was really awesome. So if that can encourage your kiddos to sleep on flights too, then even better, right? But yes, it's very grounding. It's going to help keep them stable, so really rooted and connected to their day. So it would be a great one to have going in the diffuser before they before they go off to school, or again, just put a little dab on the back of their neck, on their wrists, or on the bottoms of the feet. As you can see, there are many ways to use essential oils to benefit from them. It's just where you feel comfortable using them, and in what amounts, and in what capacity. Or if you totally forget to do it on the bottoms of their feet and their shoes are already on, then you could dab on the wrist or on the back of the neck. I've totally been there and done that before too. So those are just a few for emotional support with the kiddos, because they really can benefit from that aspect too. And in all honesty, they are little balls of emotions, so they need some support too. I mean, I know I need a lot of emotional support with the oils, but they can really benefit from it too. And then you can have that conversation with them, right? You can talk to them about how they feel, because I think we need to be more in touch with our feelings and letting them know that it's okay to feel things and express it all, and to, use these tools to help them express that, or, get through it or work through it. So that is the emotional aspect of oils. If you have any questions, please let me know. This wraps up the series. We're all done, and clearly it's the last day of the month, so if you want to chat about oils and getting started, please let me know. I would love to help you out in that area. But otherwise, if you have questions about the whole series in general, just send me a message, and if there was anything confusing, or you want more clarification on, or want more information on, let me know. And the series, for this whole series, you can find it at bit.ly/glowing back, and that's where all the information that we talked about over these last 5 days will be. So I've had fun with you guys, and I hope you all have a great long weekend. So I'm recording this on before Labor Day weekend, and just hope that you can use these natural tools throughout the school year and really support your kids to thrive holistically. Thanks so much for tuning in. Talk to you guys later.